All right, so here we are, episode 3. I feel like this makes it like
Woohoo!
an official thing. Like it's really, really happening now, you know?
Yeah, they say it takes 3 weeks to form a habit, and this is ours now.
And I know we haven't gotten far into it, but I'd like to say I'm excited to present a subject that's not Sims. I mean, I love The Sims, but like.
And you know what? I was tired of it too.
Okay, well, anyway, I'm excited. But before we leave the Sims subject, I actually have something that I want to share.
Okay.
Kendall, I did something that really made me feel like I'm kind of better than everyone else.
Okay. What this
Okay.
time?
I created my first piece of Sims custom content.
You know how to do that?
I did that. Did it take 7 hours? Maybe. But I did that. I literally created a piece of custom
You
content.
clocked in for your shifts, girl, and you did it.
I'm shook that I did it.
Okay.
I've been wanting to tell you about this all week, but I was like, we gotta wait because it relates, you know?
Yes.
I promise this is all the Sims stuff happening this episode, you guys. But, so as you know, I have my YouTube series where I've been doing the Barbie Legacy, you know?
Plug your little YouTube channel right here, right now.
And it's Greg's Corner, by the way. And in that, we also, last episode, we talked about like the ice sculptures and stuff from The Sims 3.
Yes.
That's not a thing in The Sims 4, and this legacy is in The Sims 4. So I have no way to like represent them, you know? And it's a Barbie legacy, and I was like, what if I managed to create my Sim and make them into a doll? Kendall, I f***ing did that. I turned my Sim into a usable doll. Literally,
Wait.
children can play with
Oh
it.
my god.
I know. Wait, I'm gonna
Hi,
show you a
Barbie.
photo. I'm gonna throw up a photo like on the screen
Yes.
now, but I have to put this down for a second so I can show you. Okay, so that's
Oh
it.
my god. It's literally a little doll.
I know, it's literally a Barbie of my Sim.
Honestly, it just makes me feel like Trixie Mattel. The little doll that you have of her. Wherever
Yeah,
she's at.
she's back there somewhere.
Yeah.
But no, it's
Aw,
it's
look at
also
her.
the outfit I did. It's one of the outfits from the Barbie movie. I mean, I gave her kind of bigger hair, but it's that blue outfit she wears when she goes to Weird Barbie's house. Oh, I love that outfit.
Oh, I don't remember that one.
She's so nice. But yeah, that's my first piece of custom content ever, and the fact that my first piece of custom content ever is a custom doll in the game, it seems right.
Why does your mirror have a bug on it?
My
Okay,
mirror
anyway.
have a bug.
Oh
no, that's a scratch on my screen. I took a photo of my screen. That's not like a screenshot.
girl. Also, low-key reminds me of the bubbles.
Yeah, I could see that
It
with
all
the
comes
blue and the
back
blonde. Mm-hmm.
to that beautiful painting. Okay, I love this.
Yeah, but I want to share that. I made
Wait,
custom
who
content,
the-
and I genuinely feel like
Is
leveled up.
this? What the is that?
The voodoo doll on the
They
other
use a
side.
voodoo doll.
Yeah, she got it. It's a whole thing. She went to a festival, and her
Mm-hmm.
team won, and she was given a voodoo doll. She actually hates using it.
What a little bit.
She hates mischief.
She's not ready for the occult. She couldn't make it.
She is housewife Barbie. She just wants a loving family. Her and Santa
happens.
are going to be so happy together.
Okay. Santa?
Oh yeah, that's also part of the series. By the way, guys, this series is insane. But
the
she fell in love with Santa. She has an attraction to him. I didn't mean to do this, and I was like, okay, if Barbie and Santa want to be together, who am I to stop? So basically,
Who are you?
Exactly. So she has started falling in love with Santa Claus.
Is he hot though, or is it like old fat Santa?
Okay, here's the thing. He was ugly as hell, and she found him extremely attractive. And then I gave him a makeover, you know, to make him more nice. And now she thinks he's just basic looking.
Greg, why would you do that? Change him back right now.
I cannot
There
have
is
her-
someone for everyone, Greg.
Kendall,
Take it back.
it is summertime, and he's walking around in a fur winter jacket with mittens
Okay.
and a fur hat.
He's slaying the game.
No.
Slay, SLE.
So then I gave him like, I don't know if you've ever seen these commercials, but there's like,
No.
okay, basically I made him suave Santa, and she
I know
ain't
about
it.
sexy Santas, like
Yeah,
little
kind
photo
of that
shoots they
vibe.
do. Okay. Well,
She's not
it
about
sounds like you need to change him back. Because how dare you do that? She knew what she liked.
She
and put him
still
back.
has an amazing connection with him and stuff. She just finds him less attractive because he's not in his winter jacket anymore.
Put him back in his.
He
winter
will
jacket,
be
Greg.
in winter.
Give the woman what she wants.
I can't. He doesn't fit the vibe of the house.
God.
He had to be kind of like, you know, 60s. 50s,
I do not
60s.
support this part of you. Put him back in his coat.
But anyway, yeah, that's my only update from the week, really, is that I created custom content for the very first time.
Well, I'm proud of you. It looks very great. It looks beautiful.
I'm pretty proud of it.
Does she move, or is she just kind of like a stick?
She's like a stick, but children can play with the stick, you know?
How the did you do this?
Kendall, when I tell you it took 7 hours. To make it simply, I ripped the sim, turned it into a texture pack, and then like, like when Minecraft we had the skins. It's like that. I skinned her and then made a 3D model and then put it back on the 3D model and then replaced it with the doll object. Kendall, it was a lot.
You were doing a lot, and yet you still did too much. Give Santa his jacket back.
Right. Okay. We'll think about it.
Okay. Well, on the subject of dolls in game, how about a doll in real life for us, please?
Okay. So today I brought over something a little different. I've done some Integrity toys, and I do love my Integrity toys, but I brought over something more from one of my other favorite brands. This is a Rainbow High doll. This is Sunny Madison. This is the Sunny Madison from the twin pack. She's very...
Wait, what's her sister's name?
Luna.
Sunny and Luna. What's Luna's middle name?
Well, their last names both Madison. I don't know their middle names. So it's Sunny and Luna Madison.
I was really hoping for like Luna Addison or some shit.
Luna Addison and Sunny Madison. I mean, I can see it. I see why you thought that was middle name. But no, this is Sunny Madison. She's actually one of the original characters from the series. She's a Series 1 character. But they redid her in the twin pack. Luna's up there somewhere. She's the one in like all gray. But anyway, I love her. She has like a whole... like Japanese, kawaii, decora vibe. Well, I don't know if it's
little gay pride rainbow socks.
Yeah, she has rainbows. Then she has like all these cute little characters. She's got a sun, and then she's got a little moon clip, like reminding her of her sister. She has this kind of Sailor Moon hair.
That's very Sailor Moon.
Yeah. Well, her original doll is literally she has the bubbles with the
Did you do her hair?
No, I did not. This is the way she came. Typically I like to restyle my Rainbow High doll hair, but with this one it was so perfect, it's like, why touch it,
Yeah.
But her original doll, she literally had Sailor Moon's hairstyle, so this is still kind of like harking back to that. And look at the teddy bear purse, it's literally fuzzy.
Cute.
Yeah,
I have a backpack like that in Animal Crossing.
and then she also has like a little character that's like stitched on. It's just such... in the back is... Okay, I have to show this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. We might have to put the mic down for a second.
I believe in you, Greg. You can figure it out.
The back of her jacket is an animation of herself.
What the
Do you see this?
And if I did that, they would say I was self-obsessed, but whatever.
It even has the little teddy bear with her. Like down at the bottom. So it's like a whole little... And a rainbow and stars and everything in the sun, since she's sunny. I love this doll. She's very cool, very sweet. And I have all the... We're going to fix her in the next frame. But I have all of the original
girl.
Series 1 characters, except for the original Sunny, because a lot of times she ended up looking busted at the store, like her bangs were... But...
Was it like the 90s?
No, they were
bangs?
like... Remember when Kaylee had bangs and they were...
Oh my god.
Yeah, so a lot of the ones in the store were doing that whenever I saw them in store, and I did not trust to buy it online. But then they came out with this 2-pack, and I was like, this is better than the original, so I'm going to just go with this one.
I want the people to know, like, you've been collecting them for, 3 years now?
Yeah, sorry.
The amount of times I've called you, and you're like, I'm on my way to Walmart, I ordered and I'm picking up my doll, or I'm on my way to Walmart, and I'm hunting down a doll, or I had a bad dad today, or bad day today, so I'm just going to go find a doll, or, I've made a little bit of extra money. Guess what? Bought myself a new doll.
Yeah, but the sad part is I can't do that as much now that I'm collecting Integrity, because one of them costs like $5, so I don't get to do that the same anymore. But yeah, back in the day when I was collecting only Rainbow High,
you were on the hunt, and you were very
unhinged.
successful because you have an entire bookshelf behind you.
I do.
Which you had custom made to make sure you could hang in this room.
I did a whole video about that on my YouTube, but yeah, it's literally a custom shelf.
Your other channel, which is...
Greg's Corner, still same
Still?
thing. Yeah, I'm doing the Sims thing on the same channel.
Well, I guess I just told on myself. I don't watch any of your videos.
Yeah, we're
at
aware.
all.
I'm aware.
Not a single one.
But now we have this one together, so it's totally fine. But yeah,
and I'll never watch these. I'll just promote them.
as I said, I'll fix her later. But yeah, that was my doll. But now we can get into your oot.
Yes, my oot. Okay, so truly for this week's updates, I have nothing.
Oh yeah, I was skipping your updates and going straight to the oots.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I really didn't have anything to add. I've just been out here doing my little 75 semi-hard, gym, schoolwork, eating, being sad because 2 weeks in, I'm starting to realize how much I let food make me happy, and now it can't. Like,
I'm surprised it took this for you to realize.
I knew, like, I went to therapy in school,
Mm-hmm.
like, when I was in college, and we had to take, like, an intro exam. And they're like, we're some interested because, like, you are scoring, like, the 90th percentile for an eating disorder. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm passing this too?
Right.
And we just never addressed it.
Mm-hmm.
I never touched on it. Yeah, she's there. She's underneath. But, yeah, I think the hardest thing this week was, once again, the astronomical amount of peeing that is going on. I am so, like, I've started waking up in the middle of the night because I have to pee. Like, life is Sims. I am a Sim. And then just hungry all the time. I went and got like a whole like 9-inch sub and a cup of fries from Penn Station. Ate all of it. I don't even like, I can't even eat that much, but I ate every last bit of it. I swallowed her whole and it felt so good.
I'm trying to. So I know you're like drinking a lot more water, so obviously that explains the pee thing. So is it just like the proportions are smaller sizes or something?
I think I was just eating a lot of snacks and telling myself I was eating healthy. And now the snacks and like the little small foods are all cut, and I am just out here fighting demons. And by demons, I mean my undiagnosed eating disorder. So, but to bring us to one of my many joys, today's oot is sponsored by my topic. Obviously this will make sense in a little bit when I reveal it to you. But I just want to go for a little country. I just want to do a little country thing. I'm being a little choked out by this hat right now, but like,
Make sure you're really descriptive. Remember, because we realized that our audio listeners aren't gonna see. So
yeah, okay.
You gotta be really descriptive.
A nice brown. I would consider her. You know what? Imagine Woody. It's the color of Woody's hat. Maybe a little bit lighter. It is a Halloween prop from 5 years ago. And she cost $10, and I put it on the back of my driver's seat in my car, and I just happened to keep up with it for this many years, and I was like, oh, I'm using this. She's very cheap. I have like it has like shoelaces that you can tighten around your head. Like, I'm telling you, cheap Walmart costume item, but she looks cute. It is going to match the brown Chelsea boots, which I will be showing to you through this video right now.
Meanwhile, you're sitting in just sock feet.
Yes. Yeah. Well, because
but who am I to talk?
I got a sore on my Achilles tendon this past week, so I had to, yeah. I had to take the boots off. Then I have this red flannel, which we actually could twin in, but you never want to twin with me.
We do have the exact same
and
flannel.
It was for Christmas, which means it is from Kohl's.
I wore mine actually this week, though. Like, literally Thursday.
Look at us. And then these are just some worn out Levi jeans. I really wanted to go back to our country roots, not take it crazy or complicated. We do have some necklaces on.
Layers?
They are yes, we have these. They are from Boohoo Men. I'm just waiting for them to turn green at this point. I've had them for a year and I just never wear them. Rings, we have a turquoise one that my roommate got for me when she went to New Mexico. Then we have a hematite ring. Shout out to Mom for teaching us about those. Has not broken. I've had it for 3 years, so I either have nothing negative going on in my life, or this is like the ultimate. And you know what?
Also, I don't know if we've ever talked about it, but have you heard that some people think of hematite rings as wish rings?
What the fuck?
Like, you make like when you get a hematite ring, you make a wish, and when it comes true, the ring breaks.
I don't want this to break.
I was like, why are you wishing for your ring to break?
I'm not. Just like, I literally, the last one, like, they always break in stupid ways. My most memorable one was I had a frocket on a shirt, and I was like, oh, like, I'm about to go to the bathroom and wash my hands after. So like, I did it. I sat down on the toilet. It literally fell out and just broke in front of me while I was sitting on the toilet. And I was like, okay.
Also, to explain, I explained other people's theory, but I can share like what Mom taught us, and that is that like hematite rings absorb the negative energy around you, and when it's absorbed too much, it'll shatter.
Yes. So we have a hematite ring, just because I don't know, it's cute. And then we are still 3 weeks strong into these nails. I'm so proud of me. They have not fallen off. They definitely need to be filled in at this point. Like, I'm sure any nail techs or people who get their nails done watching this are screaming, because it's like literally a inch off of my nails, but they're still cute.
It goes
still
with the
black.
so
it's
well.
The red. That's what I'm saying. And at this point, what I've learned is I have commitment issues on every level. I got these nails on Valentine's Day as a little treat to myself. I was like, "Oh, I love me." I got these like black nails with red flame tips for the listeners, and it is so. God, if this does not, I don't know what is up with this ring light. I'm about to leave a bad Amazon review.
As you should. All right, Kendall, please tell our beautiful viewers what has just taken place.
I recorded all of our pause footage. So we cut it every once in a while when we have to switch things up. Turns out I was recording what we did when we thought that we had cut instead of what we actually meant to record.
So we were like a quarter way into your subject, at least.
Yeah, like I'd revealed it. We were diving into it. We were debating. We were reminiscing.
We went over childhood unlocking memories.
Yeah.
Furry stuff.
And then now here we are back to commitment issues.
Yeah, back to commitment issues.
And there's something to be said there, but I don't even have the mental brain space to say it. So with a heavy heart, I will dive back into my topic.
What is your topic? I'm so excited to hear.
Oh my God, Greg, are you ready for it?
I'm so ready.
Like, you will never guess what it is.
What?
Country bears.
Random as
hate me.
I would like to say you missed a genuine, like, dumbfounded shock over me when he announced this because it was so unexpected.
Yes.
I just want to like let people know I was shocked. I was not expecting this. But also, well, I guess you can go over to why you chose Country Bears.
So it's when I'm under the influence and I'm inebriated, it's just my movie I'll go to watch. Like if I'm like, I don't want to watch anything else. I just want to be comforted. I want a warm blanket. I go to Disney's 2002 masterpiece, Country Bears. But we're gonna dive back into her. So for everyone that would have actually recorded this right, but never heard it, in another world, you guys heard the first genuine straight out. We hate to give that to you. So Country Bears, is this movie about a young bear, and it finds out he's adopted. He lives among humans, and he finds out he's adopted, has an identity crisis, and runs away to save Country Bear Hall, the absolute mecca of all country music in the Country Bear world. And they spend the movie reuniting, country bears who broke up 10 years ago due to differences in the band. So I'm assuming they were in an 80s country music thing. And they break up, and he's reuniting all of the bears and getting them back together to do a fundraiser to save Country Bear Hall. And that's the whole plot of the movie. Okay. So we start off, and I have a list here of everything that I thought while watching this movie. So they have a cute little intro song, but my first question was, how are these bears holding instruments? Because they're playing guitars, they're playing...
Yeah, it's not like oversized, it's like human-sized instruments being played by these huge bears.
And I want you to know, it's not even, like, bears could obviously play some instruments. Like, there's a harmonica and a drum. The drummer is a human. But all the guitars and the banjos and the fiddle are his bears. And I'm just so confused, and I want to know. I want to know the dynamics. If we have any animal scientists out there, please let us know. Can bears really play instruments? Like, do their paws work as thumbs, or did we just give them thumbs in this movie?
I feel like we know the answer to this question.
But I really want them to be able to play.
Okay.
Like, the way that I would love to be out on a camping trip in the middle of the woods and I just start hearing the most saddest little country fiddle. The devil went down to Georgia, and it's just a bear living his best life.
It'd be interesting.
And I'm just like, yeah, girl, you better go. And then she eats me. And then I was just obsessing over their outfits, their little oots, if you will.
The fringe jacket.
There was a fringe jacket with embroidered roses. I will still. There were jeans with light up LEDs in them. Then turns out this was all a documentary. Just like one of those VH1 documentaries about the Bears. They broke up 10 years ago. They have many stars commenting, but Willie Nelson is commenting how the Country Bears inspired him and made him a better artist and a better man. So like we are deeply enmeshed in this. Then we get to the bear, right? There's this little boy bear, and he's like, Mom and Dad, I'm adopted, and they're tearing down Country Bear Hall. We have to stop it. He doesn't even have a country accent, which is the number one gripe I have with this movie.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then his brother's like, you stupid you're adopted. And he's like, I know, like, I don't even have freckles like you do. And then he's like, are you serious? Like, you have hair in your ass crack more than any man.
I think what you're forgetting to mention is he is a bear, and his entire family is humans.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, he was adopted by humans.
You said he was adopted, but I'd like to specify, like...
that it was humans, yeah.
A human parents and a human sibling.
I wonder if, like...
And he's like, I know we're not adopted because you have freckles. And the one's like, you're a bear.
Yeah. Oh, they do use different types of bears. There's, like, grizzly bears and the brown ones, whatever they are. I don't remember.
A brown bear?
There's a light tan bear. She slays. Her name is Trixie. We'll get to her. Okay. And then his parents, which... we have to tie this in. We're gay, and we do have to pay our reparations to Glee. The dad of the adopted bear is the gay choir teacher. I think his name was Sydney or Cindy. No, it was definitely Sydney. Something Sydney. The gay choir teacher that Rachel gets fired is his dad. The one that then works at a sheet store with Will Schuster's wife.
I'm pretty sure it's Bed Bath & Beyond.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah. So that is tied in here. They are together. Everything comes back to Glee. So he's leaving. He's running away. He said, these people. He runs out of his house and is super cute. It's Disney Suburbia. For sure, as always. A cute little craftsman.
But how was his run, though?
Greg, I want you to go back and watch it because it was absolutely stupid. He, like, his legs are just like this is how they run. Like, I don't, like, their knees bend, but barely. And then also, I'm like, this is definitely not how bears' muscles work. Like, they are not bipedal. But, well, I guess actually they are. But I don't know. The way he ran was, do what?
Semi-bipedal?
I guess so. Yeah, they can stand up. But yeah, so he...
You know what? Let's cut. I want to watch this scene now.
Okay, all right. All right, we are back from an off-camera little watch session, so Greg could see him run.
First thing I'd like to share is the bears look better than I remember them, which doesn't happen often. They actually look better. I imagine them looking so much worse. But second, I just watched the the runaway scene, and it's all emotional. He slowly walks out with his guitar. He looks at the house, and he's like... And I was like, okay, this is nice. And then he goes, what? So stupid. He does a quick shuffle and then he slows down. I guess he needs to catch his breath for a second. And then he does his quick shuffle again.
Yeah.
What the Y'all need to go back and watch that. Y'all need to go back and watch that scene specifically.
No. There's a whole scene later where he starts running. We're going to get to it. Okay. So we watch this bear run away, right? I start having plot hole issues here. He wrote a runaway note, right? And then it was scratched up. Like, we find out later this bear wrote a whole essay on paper and it stayed intact. He has a scrapbook. So, like, this boy was like, I'm running away, and then scratched his note.
I mean, he's having a moment.
For what?
He's having a moment.
For the dramatics. He's gay. He loves a moment. Oh, also, I do want to go back. There is a beautiful moment in here. There's a lot of gay-coded moments. So when he's talking to his parents at dinner about how he is different, right? They start telling him that his differences are okay and the people who love him no matter what are his real family. It made me want to cry, and I was like, this is gay as
From Love Simon to Love Country
I'm
Bears.
officially adding this to the Pride collection.
What? Disney... During June, when you do your Pride collection, make sure you include Country Bears.
We took the rainbows, now we're taking the bears. We already had them. You know what? The furries are there. The bears are there. Love and acceptance is there. Like, it was gay. And we just weren't ready to see that. All right, the gays are taking it. It's ours. All right. So then next we get a beautiful, stunning shot of Country Bear Hall. That's how they all say it. There's all the bears in there talk like those old Southern drawl men, and literally every time it's Country Bear Hall. They stop. They can be like blah 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 talking fast. Country Bear Hall. Country Bear Hall. Every time they say it in the movie, because it's so memorable, I spaced out my notes just to write Country Bear Hall.
I know for a fact you were sitting there watching it, and every time they said it, you said it with them.
I did.
I know for a fact you did. Country Bear Hall.
And so we do see Country Bear Hall, and she is stunning. She's beautiful. The woodwork is amazing. It is a barn, but it has like this interwoven porch. There's sliding barn doors. Joanna Gaines just came a little bit watching it, I know. This came before her, so she could have been inspired by this hall. So we get to Country Bear Hall, and we get a big bad guy, the big city man, rolls up with a Cadillac. And this is, I could not remember his name, and this is where we realized we were
yeah,
earlier.
all this past this is going to be new because
yes.
you just tried claiming he was at Natalie Wood's murder.
Yes, so the guy that was on the boat the day that Natalie Wood was murdered is the big bad guy in this movie. Not Steve Buscemi, Christopher Walken.
Okay, so you had the right guy, wrong name.
Yes. I was. That's
Kendall,
what I'm saying. I was too far gone. I knew I could not type or say Steve Buscemi, and that's what I wanted to call him.
I recently, like less than a week ago, listened to a podcast, and that's why we drink. And they covered Natalie Wood's murder, and during that, so it's like really fresh on my mind. And Kendall's like, and the guy in the movie was the guy who was there when Natalie Wood died at the boat, Steve Buscemi. And I was like, Steve was not there.
You don't know Steve. He could have been there.
I was like, Steve's not there. And then we looked it up. It was Christopher Walken. And then we realized we weren't recording anything. So now we are back to the new stuff.
You is all new here. So he... And this is how I wrote it. This was the sentiment because I think we touched on it. But we grew up in the South. We grew up North Carolina, backwoods, small town. Walmart employed everybody, like full small town, full like small country roots, everything. And Fireflies the vibe that they give, like the country people versus the big city slickers, you know. So my exact thought in this was, oh, the big evil city boy here to take away our God-given land in Country Bear Hall. So our little bear friend shows up at this point, but I don't care about this bear because I in all caps was like, oh my god, the bear in the orange hat. I had his McDonald's toy.
Yes, I do remember the bear in the orange. It doesn't have like a green vest.
My man Big Al is the whole reason that you need to watch this movie. Like, go back and watch it again. To everyone listening, please go watch Country Bears. Big Al is my favorite. He is a himbo. I love him so much.
In the orange hat.
I'm willing to go furry for Big Al.
Oh my god.
He's just the groundskeeper. All he does, his whole thing is stay off of my grass and be nice to his chicken. Actually, it's not his chicken, it's someone else's. But he's just like, stay off my grass. That's all he cares about. He's just taking care of the grass. That is all Big Al wants.
And that's enough for you.
It is enough for me. He is a simple man of simple taste with a neon orange hat and a beautiful green vest.
I would like to take a moment to just like call something out in Kendall for everyone. You have two sides, and I feel like it's with many things. You're like, oh, I want to be in the biggest city in the world where glitter falls from the sky and like fashion is everywhere and it's over top, da 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 da. You know, just like big, flashy, living the dream. But then also you're like, oh yeah, just a simple country life on the porch sipping my sweet tea. Like,
that's what I want to retire to. Yeah. There's two sides. It's the duality of man. I'm a country boy at heart, but a gay man everywhere else.
I relate
a gay boy
to
with
that.
a city dream.
I relate to that a lot, actually.
You know what? Put it on a shirt.
Uh-huh.
So we have a moment with Big Al. We love him. And then I say, I hate to say, but City Boy's car does slay. He has a bulldozer hood ornament. Like, his whole premise is bulldozing, and that's all we know him for. And he has a bulldozer ornament on his car. He committed.
Uh-huh. Camp. I love it.
Big Al made a sign, and I was really happy for him about that. I was like, a sign, LMAO, I love Orange Hat Bear. I didn't know his name yet.
I love Orange Hat Bear.
And once again, Country Bear Hall. Now we cut to the police have been called because the bear has run away. Up until this point in the movie, we don't know the young bear's name. Do you want to guess his name?
Barry?
Yes.
Oh my god, are you serious?
F***ing Barry. But not Barry. Beary. These adopted a whole bear and were like, your differences are okay, girl, and then named him after his f***ing species.
Well, also what makes him different, it's like when you're born, it's like, oh, we love that you're different. His name's Faggot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. um, oh my God, this is okay. So Barry shows up and he's like, "We need money for Country Bear Hall." Country Bear Hall. Then they're like, "What the? Get the band back together to play?" No, kid. And then the kid's like, "What? We can do it. I believe in the music." And he's like, "No!" And then yells at him and then goes back inside. And this is another bear. I don't think I ever committed his name to memory. But he is the owner of Country Bear Hall, and that's his whole purpose. That's all he does.
He just owns it.
But well, I mean, like he like low key was the manager, but he's just the owner. That's what he's up to. I found no greater purpose for him. Oh, and I think this is the part where I really started to get a crush on the orange bear, Big Al.
You finally learned his name?
Well, I learned it later. I need to put his name out there because I know it now, and I need the world to know. He has a line in this movie where the owner like goes into the offices and he's like, "I can't believe that little bear wanted to put Country Bears back together and save this hall. He's so stupid." He's like, "We would need to fix this and we would need to turn the lights on. We need to do all this." And then Big Al's just sitting there and then he's like, "I can do that."
Wait, that's like holes.
Ooh, girl, that's exactly where it took me. I was like, hold on. That does something for me. A man that's just like, I can do that.
Oh my God.
This is where the crush started. And I was afraid to admit that on paper, but I can say that now.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
I ship you and Al now. Both y'all love the color orange.
Can you please crop a photo of us in together now?
Yes. Beautiful.
Thank you. My man. And so then we cut back to the parents crying about the bear. And honestly, the way the mom cries in this movie is very similar to me when I like a real cry. Oh. Like we're gasping for breath. We are not doing good. Then we just keep looking around Country Bear Hall and they're like reminiscing on it. And then we see the little Barry playing his guitar under a tree. And honestly, it was kind of beautiful.
Oh.
Cinematically, it was a little gorgeous scene. I don't even know what song he was singing. It was something about not giving up. And this inspires the owner of Country Bear Hall to get the band back together. And he's like, "But I don't even have a way to get them all together. Conveniently, we now have a Country Bear tour bus." And so they just go on the road. They bust this thing out. And I want to fight them because they drive over Big Al's grass. Leave my man alone. He only wanted his grass to be good. In the beginning, the little chicken was plucking at it. And he said, "Get your chicken," which he doesn't curse, but whatever. Then they drive the bus across his grass.
Meanwhile, he just agreed that he's gonna fix up the entire hall for
That's
them.
what I'm saying. Like, give my man his dues. I can do that. Damn. Okay. They also hit one of his signs. Like, he made his own signs, like, "Stay off the grass," and they hit it. The disrespect is there.
Why does he deserve that treatment, Al?
You know what? I don't know, but I love him and I see him and I validate him. Next, I'm like, "Whoa, we're in Nashville." And I'm like, "Wait, my friend Taryn is in Nashville." Like, Taryn is actually in Nashville flying back today. And I just had a moment. Then we get to our first bear we're going to rope back in, which is Fred. Fred plays a harmonica. And we are on a music video set. And we're like, "Oh my God."
Is Fred the one with the weird, like, glasses?
No. Fred is the
Middle
he just
part?
plays harmonica. I think he wears jeans. He's the one that had the light up jeans. That was his thing. He's shirtless. He fully is like just a tech behind the scenes. And he starts playing harmonica with this girl named Crystal. He starts playing harmonica and she's like, "Oh my God, this photo shoot is for me." And then all of a sudden there's like a recording studio and he's playing harmonica and she's singing her song. Then they're all of a sudden making the music video. Then they're all of a sudden like doing the photo shoot at the same time. And there's a montage of them jumping into the sky. So this predates High School Musical. This movie is the foundation for a lot of things. And I'm like, I had so many moments where I'm like, girl, this is used again later by Disney. Like, y'all reuse this. Jumping on a trampoline into the sky, it started at Country Bears.
Or was it George Lopez?
You know what? It was very George Lopez of them. Maybe that was it. Then all of a sudden she starts talking to Fred after she's like, okay, I gotta do the photo shoot now, and just whips out like a forced black accent. And I'm just like, this is the shit y'all got away with in 2002. So I did want to speak on that. I do not support it. But she also sings very country, and they most definitely were trying to do a Britney Spears situation.
She was very relevant back then.
She also they fully ripped off the "Say My Name" Destiny's Child music video for her music video.
Really?
Like rotating platform with different like outfits and rooms in different colors. They fully ripped it off, and I'm like, is this like somehow intertwined into everything? Like, is Country Bears somehow like our Rosetta Stone, but for so many cultural iconic moments that were to come? High School Musical.
But wait,
Beyonce going country. Destiny's Child. They ripped off Destiny's Child.
Beyonce
is
Destiny's
here.
Child came first, right?
Yes. So that came out like 3 years before this. So like,
but
Destiny's
what's interesting
Child
is
predates.
it's around the same time.
Yeah.
Which means how did they get away with that?
I don't know. They meshed Britney Spears and Destiny's Child together to make Crystal. That is her name.
And you're saying that was the foretelling of Beyonce.
Yes. And then we get a big stage. Once again, this feels like Glee. Like, I don't understand, but everything goes back to Glee. I just don't like her. Like, Crystal. Like, take her out of the movie. Give us Beyonce. Can we remake Country Bears? If we're remaking all these Disney movies, can we remake Country Bears? This is what I want.
But you're saying you want Beyonce to play Crystal, the mean counterpart to Fred?
No, Crystal was never mean. She was nice.
She's just busy.
But she very
money.
clearly was like, how just like ripping off all of these different artists, and it's just like, let her be someone legit. Let her be Beyonce now. So all of that.
So you want them to flesh out the Crystal character better?
Yes,
and then have Beyonce play her.
Yes, because she's saying like country soul rockish, like very Britney Spears, but like with the music style of Pink almost. But she just felt like too much, and I just wanted it to be like a more direct, full-fleshed character. Of course, she was only there to show us that Fred can still play the harmonica, but like I did want us to do better, and we didn't. So I will own up to that, since Country Bears is now officially a part of the gay agenda. Fred takes all of 2 seconds to convince to be back in the band. He's like, okay, sure, whatever. This is where we get to the next bear. So there. Oh no. We get a moment where we get some band history, right? They are going through Barry's scrapbook on this bus as they're driving through Nutville, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's how we got our start." They formed in high school and started as a band because they beat an arm farter. Like, literally someone that does arm farts.
Like a talent show?
In a talent show.
Huh.
And that is how they formed, and that was launched their career. And apparently the arm farter threw a chair at one of the bears. Yeah. Okay, so then next... Oh. Yes, so then we get a beautiful another scene with my man, Big Al.
Somehow with the way you made that sound, I knew Big Al was coming back.
Big Al was on the way. He can do that. So Big City Boy rolls back up to the property to be like, yeah, fuck y'all, you don't got the money, just give it to me now. And then Big Al's like, what's up? And then he's like, what's this? Like, reading the sign about the Country Bears getting back together. He's like, a sign. He's so fucking serious. I fucking love Big Al. And he's like, he did ask him to not step on his grass again. And then Big Al was gossiping, and he was like fully and then because Big City Boy was like, oh, the Country Bears are getting back together, and he's like, yeah, and they're going to get this person, they're going to go get that person, they're doing this, and they went to go get, like, he gave the whole plan. He's just talking, he's just chilling.
So you relate to him as well?
I do relate to him. And then the big city guy's like, the Country Bears are getting back together, and then he's like, look over there. And then Big City Boy looks over there. I shit you not, we zoom back to Big Al, and he is like a football field away. And then his exact lines are, hey, I'm chubby, but I'm quick. Like, you know what? Big Al said bye, girl, and ran. Like, he ran. It was 2 seconds, and he was a whole football field away.
I love that. I'm chubby, but I'm quick.
And that's what I used to say, girl.
Uh-huh. Well, okay. Did you say that last part?
I could move. I'm not going to say I was quick. And then now we are at an old highway diner, which looks so cute. And then like, oh my God, I just remembered Queen Latifah is the honey bartender. We literally, it's a bar, but they deal honey. Zeb is their fiddle player, and Zeb is a deadbeat drunk. All he does is, drink honey. He owes Queen Latifah $4,000.
What?
In back tab, and he calls her Cha Cha.
Cha Cha.
He calls her Cha Cha. She has a whole name. Then there's like a random ass like tree bark, and you put a quarter in, and it scratches your back. And I was like, honestly, I kind of that.
So this is basically just a bear bar.
Yes.
Different than the bear bars we know of.
Yes, a very different bear bar. Where they're scratching back from this, and he has a floppy hat, and then he's like getting his back scratched, and I remembered, because it's gonna have to take you through this. I remember our old childhood toy, because this bear is getting his back scratched, and he's like, oh.
I know exactly where you're going. You're going to the orange orangutan that you shake it. No, it wasn't orange orangutan. It was a brown thing.
He was a bear.
He was a bear?
Yes.
And shake his like, oh, shake me again. And he had those glasses.
It was Bubba.
Oh my God.
And we literally, like, once I learned you could, like, okay, this is like a bear, and you could just, like, press buttons on him. Maybe you can find a video, throw it in here or something, or at least a picture. But, like, you could press him, and he would say things. It was just like one of those toys that talk back to you. But we found out that you could shake him, and he'd be like, oh, you're shaking me up. And I cannot tell you the amount of times I shook the absolute out of that bear.
And he had that hair that would, like, when you shook him.
I loved him.
I'm all shook up. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, Bubba.
What a toy.
It was a toy. Like, who was that targeted at? Was it just like country people?
Maybe.
Little country like boys.
Uh-huh.
We shook the hell out of him.
We shook the hell out of him. Oh my God, that toy.
Okay. Then Barry's like, okay, Queen Latifah / Cha-Cha / whatever her character's name really was, we'll give you the bus, but if Zeb beats the house band, then you erase his debt. She's like, fine, that works for me. So then Zeb is now up playing his instrument, right? Like, that's the whole point. We're going to find him, he's going to play his music, and then he joins the band. And it's an electric guitar versus a fiddle. And the house band kind of looks like Rascal Flatts and Guy Fieri combined. And they're, like, talking mad about him being in debt and, like, being bad at playing. And he plays and he's bad. It's absolute trash. And then the guitar player's like, like, give us the bus, leave the keys on the counter. And then Zeb is like, hold on, girl. And he starts tearing this fiddle up. Oh, he is bad at this fiddle. I'm bopping along, girl. Oh, good fiddle now. Do-si-do. Beyonce needs Jeb on this new album. I want to crossover. Okay, fiddle whistle tones. Mariah Fiddle-Airy. Fiddle-Mariah Carey.
Mariah Fiddle-Airy?
I'm telling you, like, how
did your autocorrect not get, like...
I did have to fight with autocorrect a little bit, but I was like, this is funny, you guys. Like, hold on. And literally was like, okay, fiddle whistle tones. Mariah Fiddle-Airy. Fiddle-Riah Carey.
Fiddle-Riah Carey.
Choose your favorite. Let us know.
I think Mariah Fiddle-Airy is the best.
Yeah. The police. They found Big Al at Country Bear Hall. Okay. And at this point, it's just more love for Big Al. I'm just like, he's a certified himbo. He said he told the police they were on the bus with the boy because they were like, have you seen this bear? He's like, yeah. He went on the bus with them. They took him. Just like really snitching to the police. But you know what? They drove on his grass, so they deserved it.
That's
and
true.
Then
and
like,
hit his sign.
You said what?
And hit his sign.
Exactly. And then this is probably my second favorite Big Al scene. The police like, oh my God, thank you for the info. Where can we find you? He was like, here. They're like, okay, at Country Bear Hall. He's like, well, sometimes I'm over there. Sometimes I'm at the shop. Sometimes I'm under that tree. But I'm here.
Big Al.
And then this is really when I started to get my little crush, because I was like, do I want to kiss Big Al by his favorite tree? Like, that thought came to me, and I had to write it down.
And sometimes over there.
We can.
And then over there.
And we can kiss over there. He told me where he's going to be, and that's reliable, and that's what I need.
Exactly.
Then they're playing music on the tour bus with the fiddle and the harmonica. So cute, so country. This is where we learned the chicken is on the bus with them. They literally built it like a little chicken roost spot. And then we get this beautiful scene, and it reminded me of childhood, and it was so sweet. And it was fireflies at nighttime in the countryside.
Yeah.
And it was just the sound of like crickets and cicadas, and there was like fireflies twinkling around as they were driving in the back roads. So beautiful. It was so peaceful. It took me back. Then one of the bears is now a marriage counselor. And then this bear's just like, at least you have love. I miss Trixie. And he has a whole picture on his desk of this woman that he can't get over.
Wait,
and
so
she
like
is a bear.
They're there. He's there to counsel them, and then he has a breakdown himself.
Yes, and then he spends the whole time crying about Trixie. And then it hit me. I was like, I have the same haircut as this bear.
This is the one. I knew there was one with the middle part haircut.
I immediately wrote it down, and then I was just like, what the and then I went on. This is also we build a more bear lore here. Trixie left Tennessee and ran off with a panda. Just like, okay, so where are the polar bears? How many other bears do we get?
Right.
And it was a rich panda. And then the other bears comforting him are like, well, I don't get it. You know, them pandas get everything. It's like, what the It's just like, there's racism among the bears.
Oh my god. And the pandas are apparently the elite.
Yeah, and then thinking about animal racism, I just said, I want to watch Zootopia. Then we find out they have an America's Most Wanted news broadcast about Barry being with the bears, and the chicken is on their most wanted list.
They're blaming chicken?
The chicken is, they fully had the chicken on TV, and they're like, this young boy is expected to be with these people, and it's fully the chicken. Like, the chicken's about to get their caught. Then we roll up on a quaint little town, and they're at a motel, and you'll never guess who's playing at the hotel, Greg.
Who?
Trixie.
Is her panda there?
No, she's here by herself. And she's at the motel. There's also a whole scene where like Barry calls home and talks to his brother, and he's like, you're stupid, Barry. They called the police on you. You're the worst. Like, you, Barry. How could you do this to our family, you piece of And then Barry's like, it's okay. Like you said, I don't fit in. And then they fully just go into the motel. Tennessee and Trixie are reunited. But before they're reunited, because Barry finds out she's there, turns out the Bears had a whole like boomerang cartoon style show.
Oh my god.
Like I don't know how far into the reach of fame they went, but they fully had a cartoon show.
Like the Pussycat Dolls.
Yes, exactly. Well, Josie and the Pussycats. But yes,
Josie
literally
and the Pussycats.
The country
I
bears.
seen the Pussycat Dolls. That would have been really interesting. Nicole?
And then this is where we officially get introduced to Trixie, and she has the cutest little southern accent. She speaks like a little southern belle, and she has a beautiful voice. I don't know who sings her, but I think it's like an actual known artist. Hold on, I want to go to.
Is she Dolly Parton coded?
No, more Sheryl Crow to me, maybe.
Okay.
Let's see, Trixie.
I feel like I need to look up an image of Trixie.
Okay, so we have looked her up. She is voiced by Candy Ford.
Who is that? Do we know her?
No, we don't know her.
Okay.
But also, I probably should have researched like the actual movie, because turns out Country Bear, the movie, is based off of a whole Country Bear Jamboree ride at Disney.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. I just saw that too.
So whenever I make it to Disney, that's added to the list next to Harry Potter. Is it still open? I have no idea.
I think it might be closed.
I'll get it reopened just for me. So anyway, so we get introduced to Trixie. She's a pretty bear, and she sings, and I love her jacket, but like not in that it's a jacket. I really just want it to be a carpet. Like it's
okay.
I see this jacket and I don't see carpet. I don't see jacket. I see carpet. Okay, so they end up finding out from Elton John that Ted is at the country club because he's at a party, So they go to the country club and they see him, and the bears just start acting up and embarrassing Ted, and he's like, oh my God, what the y'all are embarrassing me. I left that life behind for a reason. And then he yells at all of them because they're like intermingling with the guests at this party. They all leave, but then Fred's like, this ain't right. And then he goes back into the party. Turns out it's not Ted's party. Ted is a wedding singer now. He's not even successful. He just acts like he is. And we're like, oh, like, are they gonna have a heart to heart? Fred just punches the absolute out of Ted on stage. And then kidnaps him on the bus.
Oh my God.
And then they end up going and another mention, Country Bear Hall. All right, so now Ted is being honest about how his life has not been that great, right? It's actually Elton John's house, and he just rents a room there. Then they end up having a fight in a grass field, and Barry's like, you guys said you were family in your interview. And then Ted is like, that was it was all theatrics. This was never a family. And then, like, there's this whole fight happening, and then Barry's just like, you're right, because family loves each other no matter what. And then you're going to look this up because I want to get your reaction, and we'll keep recording. Barry literally just starts running home. We don't like, where's he at? Is he home? Where is he? What is he doing? We don't know where he's at. He just fully starts running and just keeps running home.
I'm going,
and I want you to see
I'm at a wedding, them fighting in a field. Okay. But my dad, he's having a moment here with his eyes.
Greg, do you see him running?
Wait, what is he?
Just starts running.
What?
Down the middle of the street, Greg. He's just running. He doesn't even know where he's at. Where are you, child? And you are just running. It's like the Maury Show.
It is. It's giving Maury Show energy, but the worst part is
you are not the family.
The adults are sitting on the bus like sad now. Go for that child. He's running out in the middle of nowhere.
That's what I'm saying. He is running in the middle of nowhere, and no one gives a and for that, slay. You know, if this child's gonna run in traffic, let him. He goes home. His family's like, we love you. You're so great. And it's like, whatever. And then we get him at home, and they get a doorbell, and the mom is like baking pies or some like that, and she's like, oh my gosh, go get the door. So then the human brother goes to the door, and then he's running by the stairs, and the mom was like, tell him that his snacks are ready. And then he's like, Barry, food. And I was like, oh, yelling across the house at your siblings. I missed that. Then Ted shows up at Barry's house, and he's wearing his rose coat. Ted is Batgirl. Ted is here. Ted is Country Bear once again. Now, so Ted's apologizing, like, sorry, I was an asshole. And then they're like, the Bears aren't getting back together without you. And then they have like this whole thing where he's like, what? I'm a part of the Country Bears now. Country Bear Hall. We're back at Country Bear Hall. We are ready to go. Except we're not. I lied to you, Greg. The bus got snatched. They stole the Bears. Someone stole the Bears. Turns out, Natalie Wood's murderer. Possible, not really. But Christopher Walken has stolen the Bears, and they have put them in a warehouse somewhere. And then we get such a big plot twist. Christopher Walken is Arm Fart Boy. He has been after the Country Bears forever.
Oh my God.
Bulldozer Man is Arm Fart Boy, and he spent his entire life trying to destroy the Country Bears and has been after them for 30 whole years.
And is the same one who threw a chair.
Yes. Now Barry's family's, or Ted's not in the van, right? So Ted's like, holy shit, we gotta find him. Country Bears are saved. Bulldozer Man is gone. Now we are actually going to Country Bear Hall. But on the way there on the bus, we do have a little Polaroid camera montage moment. It was so cute. I honestly would love to recreate it. Okay, so now we get to Country Bear Hall, and Bulldozer Man doesn't know that the Bears have escaped. He is in Country Bear Hall paying money to Rumpelstiltskin Reba. Turns out he paid the promoter off. Nobody promoted the show. So no one knew the Country Bears were performing. So after all of this work, it still goes back. But it doesn't, Greg. And you'll know why. You know who saves the day?
Big Al.
Big Al. My man. So Big Al they're like, we can't have a concert. We lost everybody. Nobody promoted it. Big Al's like, what are you talking about? They're like, there's no one here, Big Al. He's like, yeah, there is. I made him park around back. I didn't want him touching my grass. And then he opens a whole garage door, and all these humans just pile in, and we get Country Bear Hall performance. Enough money was raised, and it was saved, and now we're performing. Barry is a Country Bear band member. He's performing with them. One guy was hooping and hollering that was wearing a cowboy hat and absolutely losing his When I tell you, I think these extras got paid good. They got paid good money because they were losing their shit. And then the dad is dancing, and I'm like, the dad is definitely closeted. Ain't no straight man jumping like that.
What happened to the mom? Did she just stick with her
She
pies?
wasn't memorable, you know. She wasn't there. And my also only critique of the last song is like, it was a little too rock country. I want a little bit more bluegrass, you know. I want a little bit more like folksy roots. But it was just mostly just electric guitar. One song, I was hoping we were gonna get like two. It was just one song, and then we just start like back panning out of Country Bear Hall. Curtain closed. Country Bear Hall. That was my notes. I definitely would go. Love. And
you now have a ride to go for.
I know. And then it zooms up from the hall and shows the night sky, and it's all the stars. And I'm like, you know what? This is beautiful. Like, they really captured like the country sentiment. And then the outro credits is the rest of the documentary that we started watching at the beginning of the movie. And it's showing people admiring the Country Bears in their career and being like, they inspired me. They're my men. Wyclef Jean is in this.
I don't even know who that is.
He makes... I can't explain this to you, Greg. I'll look up songs. I don't know if I know the name of them.
He's an old artist.
He is like a Caribbean artist. He's a rapper. Let me not get it wrong. Killing Me Softly. He's a part of that. Ready or Not. So the songs that you would know him for would be his collaborations with Lauryn Hill. But he's in this. Queen Latifah has now broken character and is herself. And she's back.
So she went from Cha-Cha to Queen Latifah.
Yes. Willie Nelson is here. Rapper Exhibit is here. And then kills me. He's like, yeah, the Country Bears inspired me for everything. And he's like, yeah, I used a sample of one of their songs as an intro for one of my raps, and then they sued me for copyright. Just like, oh, what the f-? And then my last notes for this was, Country Bears, I love you. And that was it. That was my obsession. That
is beautiful. I'd also like to say I yawned a lot in this, but I think it's just the temperature in here. I'm not bored. It was quite amazing.
My storytelling could be better, but honestly, you know what, Greg? I was obsessed with Country Bears.
I could not have called that from a million miles away that I was going to get basically a 101 on Country Bears.
Yeah, I didn't even do any of the behind the scenes either, but it was a ride at Disney.
Yeah, it was a ride
they made a
at
whole
Disney.
movie. She's my comfort movie, so you know I would love for you to watch it. Give me your thoughts. I
have to rewatch
was
it.
so happy watching it. It was like, I love this.
Honestly, listening to it, I think my favorite parts were your Big Al moments.
It did something to me, girl. I don't know. Maybe I need to explore this furry part. Maybe I need to get a little bit into the pup community. Just start, edging my feet in a little bit.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be a very interesting episode. You can say all about it.
All of this just for Big Al.
Turns out they didn't make me feel the same way Big Al did.
Yeah. I need my himbo.
Okay. So now we're going to go on to what my obsession for this week. And I'm not going to say ours are related. I don't think there's too much I can relate to Country Bears. But we're in like kind of the same area. You were in movies. Mine is kind of TV-ish related. Okay. Not solely TV, but like TV's strong there. There's some movies actually. So, yes. We're in the cinematic era.
Okay.
Some other stuff too, but like strongly cinematic. And today I'm obsessed with the magical girl genre.
Like anime?
I mean, it's definitely strongly comes from anime, but it's much more than that.
Okay.
So yes, the magical girl genre.
Okay, educate me because what magical girl, what is that?
Okay, so magical girl, first off, It's been around since the 1960s, which I know, right?
Okay.
The definition I found from Google is a subgenre of Japanese fantasy media centered around young girls who use magic, often through an alter ego into which they can transform.
Oh, so like Digimon.
I mean,
literally Sailor Moon, but yes.
Yes, I was gonna say I don't know if Digimon is the first thing that comes to mind. Maybe the one where the humans transform into that kinda, you know.
Okay.
I could kind of see it.
Well, you know, I'm not too huge into anime, so educate me, Greg.
Exactly.
Why are we obsessed? What is she doing for us?
Here's like some pinnacles of the magical. Oh, blah, blah, blah. We'll get into pinnacles in a second. First, I wanted to say it started in 1962, and the first one was with the manga Himitsu no Ako-chan. I don't know how to say it, but I just want to give credit to the very first one.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Shout out to her.
Shout out to her. But now I want to get into like what the traits of a magical girl show are. Okay. Or show, genre, whatever. It doesn't have to be just a show. A lot of times it can be books and stuff too. Mm-hmm. It starts off with a typically really regular girl who has a sweet personality and extreme optimism. You know?
Okay, so she's not like other girls.
Right.
Got you.
They have a want to fight for what's right. Friendship is important. Willing to sacrifice themselves for love or others.
Okay.
And there's often a transformation scene, and they are accompanied by a talking pet / partner / like mascot.
Are we going to be able to include My Little Pony Friendship is Magic in this?
They have references to it, but they are not a magical girl series.
You know what? For the Galloping Gala alone, she deserves to stand to herself. So whatever.
The Great Galloping Gala.
She's too good for them.
So good.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that jam. So this is the part where I was gonna talk about. Do you know any magical girl references? And you already said, you know, Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Is that about it for you?
Sailor Moon. You made me watch that one series. What was it called? It was something about emblems, and they were part of magic guilds. And there was this girl that had a keychain, and it was like Tamagotchis, but they were magic.
Fairy Tale.
Yeah. Yeah. That, but pretty much like Sailor Moon. She's the most iconic.
Sailor Moon is probably, especially in the Western world, the most famous magical girl ever. And it, you know, bubbly main character. And here's how she meets all of the requirements of a magical girl.
Okay.
There's a bubbly main character, Usagi, which is Sailor Moon.
Wait, that's her name?
Usagi, yeah.
So Sailor Moon's just like her hero name?
Exactly.
Okay.
Because they're all Sailor Scouts, but like they all have their own name, you know?
Yeah. I want to be one of them for Halloween. Actually, I just want to be Sailor Venus. We all know this.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then she meets a mascot, a talking mascot.
The kitty.
Who gives her powers, Luna.
The cat gives her powers?
Well, she's like, you are the Sailor Guardian, and here's your special little thing to help you transform. She doesn't literally...
I didn't know she was responsible for that.
Yeah, so that's Luna.
I remember that movie where she gets sick and lives with some random man.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Anyway. All right.
So that's Luna. So she has the talking mascot. Okay. She must find the other guardians, which this is another like tenet of a magical girl. One must find the rest of the group to form their group, and like
I would drop out right there. Absolutely not. Like let me be one of the people that's found.
You have to recruit the rest of them and let them know of their potential and da da da.
I'm not a recruiter, girl.
Then you build your full team. Okay. And then lastly, she must fight to protect the world from evil.
Okay. That's not a real fight. She's the one named Sailor Venus.
Okay, so now that's kind of like just like a quick intro, and then I wanted to give Sailor Moon because it's kind of like a reference that everyone gets.
Yeah, it's the only one I'm gonna get. Exactly. Girl.
So, but now I want to talk about like our experience with Sailor Moon, and so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we go back pretty far. Like we used to watch Sailor Moon Saturday morning cartoons. You know, it was. That show, it's high femme. Like, it's just unapologetically high femme, and I was all for it. The thigh-high boots, the skirts, the long hair.
They were just gorgeous. And those little skirts with the bows, they're so cute.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, the way that they transform into the sailors is iconic, and I was obsessed when Alien Superstar came out, and people started pairing up Sailor Moon and Alien Superstar together as like a music video.
Okay, we're gonna jump into that. That's a whole section in this because it's like Beyonce's Alien Superstar with magical girl transformations was a whole moment. an obsession of mine for quite a while.
As it should be.
But yeah, so love Sailor Moon, love that high femme, and it was like we were allowed to kind of watch whatever we wanted. Like we were allowed to watch Powerpuff Girls.
See, look now, Ariana, you're super.
Exactly. Right. But we were allowed to watch kind of whatever we wanted. But something about Sailor Moon, it felt like I don't know. It was our version of watching a Barbie movie. You know?
Yeah.
It was just so high femme, so unapologetic, and we loved that.
I don't even know what half the going on in that show was. I was just like watching the beautiful women and the transformations. That was it.
And the hair, the drama. Yes. Loved it so much.
You know what my biggest memory from Sailor Moon is?
What?
We had that one movie.
Yep.
Where the cat gets sick. That's all I remember. She gets sick and gets taken up off the street by some man, and the cat falls in love with him. Again, a little furry reference here for us. So they do that, but the thing I remember about it is we watched that movie while I had drowned the house. Like, I used to flush toys down the toilet to stop you from taking them.
Yes.
I don't remember what I flushed at this point. It had been so many. There were so many toys in that pipe. And so I flooded our bathroom, and it drowned our entire house. And we had to redo all the carpets. And we got to go to Lowe's, and I was like, oh my God, I love it here. And I would go play house in all the little different displays.
Yes, we would choose who got what kitchen and stuff like that.
Like, I built my dream home at Lowe's. And you know what? Is that a gay experience?
I was wondering the same thing, honestly.
Because I wasn't there for the tools. I wasn't like,
the wood smelled I didn't care about the the wood did smell good, but like
smelled good.
Oh, but no. This was a gay experience. The Isle of Chandeliers. I was Vanessa Hudson.
I just listened to that song
Hudgens.
the other day.
Yeah.
It's Baby V. The other day.
Yeah. Literally, I walked through that. That was always in my head. It's like the undescribable. Oh my God.
It's Baby V. Oh my God. Yep. Okay.
The Chandelier Isle is a gay experience,
and it was. You know what? Maybe that's what we should start doing to children. Like, let them free in Home Depot and Lowe's.
What part do they go to?
Where are you going, girl?
Where are you going?
What? That's the new sexuality test.
Exactly. Like, you see the kids put out, like, they'll have the little stuffed animals of Squirtle or Charmander or Bulbasaur. It's like, choose your starter. We're like, choose your identity. I'm gonna drop you in Lowe's. Let's see what happens.
Oh my God. So problematic, but like.
But honestly,
also,
wait. Here's the real question, Kendall. Would you have gone to the chandeliers or the kitchen sets?
Oh my God. Okay. I think. You know what? I would have gone to the chandeliers.
I would have gone chandeliers too.
I'm no better than any little troll under the bridge. If it sparkles and is shiny, I'm
You
there.
really are Goblin in that way.
I very much am. This is the lighting aisle. It's so beautiful. The kitchens is fun though. And I think it's only because they were like really nice displays. And I was like, wow, this is how other people live. It's like, but anyway, okay. So yeah, so much of Sailor Moon is tied into our gay Lowe's experience. For me, because we were redoing the house and literally had to redo carpet in the entire house. And I just remember sitting on our dresser in the middle of the living room, like literally gay posing, like sitting on the dresser sideways watching Sailor Moon while mom and dad were like, and they're like
ripping up carpet
and tile and all this other and I was just like, this is nice.
Meanwhile, you're the reason it happened. But honestly, that carpet needed to go though.
It was very ugly.
And that new carpet, do you remember it?
It was like so nice.
It was cream. So it had little flecks of like pink and green. I was like, okay, pride. We had like,
you know what?
This white carpet with like rainbow flecks in it.
You know what?
Cute.
I did us all a favor.
You did.
And I think I need to be congratulated for that more often.
And because of that, I now have an obsession with carpet. Like when we got that carpet, laying on that carpet when it was home and we just lay in the carpet and watch movies and TV and stuff like that. After that, I was like, my living room has to be carpeted. I love carpet so much.
You are by yourself. I love some hardwood.
See, and so does my husband, unfortunately. I love carpet, though.
Get a rug, Greg.
No, it's not the same.
Yeah, because you don't have to tear it up.
Okay, we'll see what happens in the long run.
Okay.
I mean, right now I fully have a hardwood floor with a giant carpet on it in my living room. So it's probably going to be something like that, but still.
Yeah, you need carpets.
I love
just
carpet.
buy a carpet, girl.
Oh, but one thing I do not stand is hardwood floors in the bedroom. Absolutely not. No.
Just more carpets. There's nothing a carpet can't solve.
No, you mean a rug?
Oh, wait, you're right. A rug. Oh, you converted me.
But a carpeted bedroom, bedrooms should be carpeted. There's no...
Yeah, but like, what if the color of it is ugly and it messes up your color pattern?
Then get a new carpet.
I could just get a new rug.
Or get a new house. Don't move into a house with ugly carpets.
I can't afford a house, Greg.
Okay, I hear you. Same. But like, just don't move into somewhere with ugly carpet. You know?
I guess, yeah. You know what? You die on your hill over there. So we're talking about magical girls, right?
Uh-huh. So
I bet you they like hardwood floors.
I bet you they like carpet. Actually, no, they're Japanese, and most Japanese houses are hardwood floor. Anyways, so one of my oldest memories of it so often does come back to dolls, but my oldest memory of wanting a doll ever that I have was we were at Blockbuster, because we were a Blockbuster family, and we were at Blockbuster, and there were these
like VHS Blockbuster.
Yes, exactly. If you're in Henderson, North Carolina, where that Quick Med is,
and that Domino's.
Yeah, Domino's. That used to be a Blockbuster, you guys. And in that Blockbuster, we were getting movies or whatever. In that center, you remember they always had, when you first walked in, they had like some type of display going on.
Yes.
They had like popcorn buckets, like that. But then they had dolls of Sailor Mercury. So Sailor Mercury was my least favorite. I mean, I love the blue, but the short hair, waste of my time. But I remember looking at that doll of Sailor Mercury, and I was like, I've never wanted something so bad in my entire life. And in case you're wondering, did I get it? Look at my collection. Of course I didn't get it. Yeah. That's why this exists.
Girl, you need to find her on Amazon.
Well, the thing is, I've looked at them now. They butt ugly. They busted. You know. Okay. They ain't that cute.
She stayed where she was supposed to.
Exactly. But I just remember wanting her.
Wait, the fact that you've already looked
bad.
Up. You already looked into it.
I am literally a dog collector. I've done it all. I was like, let's see, you know, and no, she wasn't cute.
And we should have left her where she was at, and she stayed there. Good for her.
She did. But I remember wanting her so bad. So bad. I didn't know if you remembered it all. I thought it was a very random memory. If you
I don't remember that. The only iconic doll scene coming to me right now is Toy Story 2 on the Barbie doll aisle, where they were all in their pink boxes and living a little best Barbie dream life. And I was like, oh my God, girl, like,
Kendall,
this is fun.
Speaking of me looking up random dolls, so you remember they were driven around by Tour Guide Barbie. She says, hi, I'm Tour Guide Barbie. Da, da, da. That Barbie exists. And the times I've come close to buying that Barbie off of eBay. She has the like teal outfit with the pink like details and everything. It's just...
I mean, you have to at this point, because I'm like, let the people know you actually have all of the Toy Story toys. Like, you have them all.
Okay.
In real size, like real life, have all of them. Like,
we have
add her to the collection. That was Buzz's girlfriend.
No, it wasn't.
Before
His girlfriend's Jessie. Okay. But like, it's like,
they were
we have like a replica collection of Toy Story, yes. But the thing is, we went with Toy Story 1 characters. You know, and two, because we have Bullseye and stuff. Yeah. And me and Danny have gone back and forth. Tour Guide Barbie was Toy Story 2. And I was like, and he's like, but she's not a main character. I was like, but Barbie's later a main character, but not until Toy Story 3.
Yeah, nobody cares about aerobics Barbie.
I mean, she's cute, but anyways, we have gone back and forth multiple times. I do think one day I will own. Mark it here, guys. One day I will own Tour Guide Barbie. Yes. I see it. She's just stunning, and like,
it has been spoken.
That moment in that movie, that could be a whole thing, because the Barbie aisle, I was just like, they're all so beautiful.
It was so nice. It was so pretty.
It was amazing.
Okay. Anyway, so Magical Girls.
Yes. So Magical Girls. Sailor Moon was big for us. High
busted ass doll at Blockbuster.
Busted ass doll at Blockbuster. But I did want to say there's also we're coming up actually. No, we're going to stick with Sailor Moon for a second. So we're going to jump back to the whole Beyonce thing.
Okay.
So when Alien Superstar came out, people are like, wait. This lines up very well with like magical girl transformations. And a lot of people saw the Sailor Moon one. But there were a lot more. Like a lot more. If you just go to TikTok and look up Alien Superstar Magical Girl, it's so good. I would spend hours on that. Like, I guess, hashtag. I don't think it was a hashtag, but like, you know how you can search something and it'll show up with TikTok? I would just go through it. They did it with so many different franchises and like medias and stuff like that, and it was so good. Just like the transformations with that song. I don't know what Beyonce did. I don't know how she did it, but that song works with every single magical girl transformation. There was never one that I didn't.
She knows what she's doing.
She did it correctly. She did it so right.
When has she not?
I was just like, Beyonce, you did something. You did something here. Because I remember you sent me that because you were like in your you were obsessed with Beyonce at the time. I was like, believe me, I've already seen
Renaissance saved me, girl, because it came out like I was 6 months into being out, and the album was released, and I was like, honestly, she knew I needed this.
Has Beyonce come up every episode we've recorded?
Probably, and she's going to.
I know she came up
staying
episode
relevant,
1.
if only for me.
I know she came up episode 1 and this episode because you were saying Beyonce and Country Bears, but like now I'm also saying Beyonce.
Oh no,
but
she definitely came up in the first episode because I mentioned Beyonce was going country. That's why I went a little.
Your
country.
whole outfit, right? But did she come up in episode 2? I don't know. You talked about Janelle Monáe a lot, but that doesn't mean that Beyonce didn't come up.
Yeah.
Anyway, in case you can't tell, Kendall's a big fan of Beyonce.
Yeah, I am. Actually, I have a whole tattoo. I can't even show you this week, but I have an Alien Superstar tattoo.
I sometimes forget about you having that tattoo. But also another anime I watched, which you might remember it, because I watched it during like college. Okay. It was called Magica Madoka, or Madoka Magica, sorry. And it was a magical girl show about I think it was a movie actually, about these girls, but it was dark. It's like you save the world, but you start dying. And they like lose limbs and all this stuff. It's horrible. It was dark. No. But that's to show that it's always not positive. And I did enjoy that one. But
let me not be a hater of anime because it's a whole thing. They have their fans.
Yes. You were not an anime person.
It's not for me. It's not my life. Okay, so out of all the Alien Superstar edits, then which one was the best? Which show did it best?
Okay, the one that did it the best wasn't even a show. It was a video game. It was the magical girl transformation from the League of Legends shows of the character Ari, because they had a music video, and she did her transformation, and it was so good with the Alien Superstar. Like the timing, like there's a moment where she like kisses a bubble. I'm gonna show you this later.
Okay. Yeah.
It was perfect. It was so good. But also, that's one of my favorite magical girl media. So that's why we're now jumping into this subject.
Okay.
My obsession this week is going to be short, but it's good because Country Bears was so long.
You know what? She deserves more airtime.
So you've already seen these photos, but recently World of Warcraft, a game I've been playing for a very long time. Kendall is an ex-player now. And
in another life,
they brought out an armor set that's literally a magical girl Sailor Moon themed outfit set, and I have that same outfit set on 3 of my characters. 3. And I'll put up the photos here now. 3 separate characters.
Though. Like honestly, it is a cute little set, and they released it for Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, it was for Valentine's Day, and they have different versions, so they each have different weapons, and it's so good. It is so good. I love it so much. So literally, that's the thing. And now we're gonna go over my favorite magical girl. Like, the person who's done it the best in my eyes. And a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and that is A-okay. But my favorite, and that was the game League of Legends.
What? You stupid
I know. First off, I'm not even a big League of Legends player. I just casually play it every once in a while.
I'm going to be real with you. I honestly thought League of Legends and Smite were, like, the same thing.
I mean, they have a lot of similar things. Though Smite also did this Avatar Last Airbender crossover. Oh, so good.
That was them?
Yeah,
okay.
Same game.
So Smite was the one that had all the cool characters then, but League of Legends
is like its own fantasy
thing.
The
girls still stream that and people still play that.
It's a very popular game. Like very, very popular. So League of Legends, I think, did Magical Girl the best. I'm not a big League of Legends player, but I love their characters and their character art. They had a Netflix show called Arcane, like they're very big, very big.
They're the ones that had the TV show. Okay. I heard about that.
So what they have is called the Star Guardians, and the Star Guardians are like the best thing in the world. I love them so much. So they had one character her name is Lux, and she had a Star Guardian skin forever ago.
Wait, I remember you showed me the video for this.
Yes,
like there's like a whole entire trailer.
They have music videos, bitch. Yes. And we're gonna watch.
Do you know the gays in their music videos?
Such an obsession of mine. But like Lux, she was like just a random skin they made forever ago. She was like a character that fights with the power of light, and then they made her a Star Guardian skin where she basically looks like a grown up a Sailor Mini Moon. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, let's expand on that, and then they made Lux an entire team of Star Guardians. Bam, we had Star Guardians like Wave 1. And they have this team of all these cute characters, and it's nice. None of the characters I care for. Okay, actually, there's one called Jaina. She slays. You'll see her in a minute.
Jaina Proudmore.
Actually, you know what? We're going to take a quick break so you can see Star Guardians Wave 1.
Okay.
So the first round of characters, my favorite was Jaina, the purple one.
Okay.
Because that was an actual character I played. I didn't play the rest of them. But it was like really interesting. There wasn't much story, you just see, Jinx is mad, she left the team, they came back, blah blah blah, they fought evil. It was cute. It was a good start, but they were like, we're gonna make
a sleep spell on your house or something today. Like I'm yawning so much.
Guys, I promise our stories are interesting, but like whenever the other one's talking,
how are we boarding our own?
I know.
Okay,
but
so color story.
Then they came out with Wave 2, and they were like, we're gonna spice things up a little bit, and we're gonna add more to it. So now we are gonna break for you to watch Wave 2. Also, I'd like to say, Wave 2. This is where you're gonna see the video of where someone lined up Beyonce. I'm gonna play that during this break as well.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so Wave 2, here we go.
Ooh, that was so cute.
Yes.
There's so much story, like literally minute videos. And they're like, actually want you to know that people are dead, feelings are hurt, and we are not happy.
Right.
But then here's a beautiful transformation for you, Queen. And I'm gonna take it. I was eating it up. I love it.
I was like, okay, lore. My favorite thing in the world is when like it's super sweet, pretty aesthetics, but then there's like a darker, deeper meaning. Oh, that gets me every time. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, the transformation. And then Alien Superstar perfectly timed with that.
It really did. It was so good.
Did they know? Beyonce knew, but did they know?
Beyonce, she pulled out that video and said, all right, we're matching this tempo,
Specifically League of Legends.
Exactly. I can see it,
Someone has to.
But yeah, it was just Wave 2. I was like, okay, we are getting somewhere. This is juicy. Like I was like, I'm all about this, and the follow members, and they started bringing in characters that I like to play in the game, like the main character Ari. I play her, and then I don't think you really saw her, but in the background they had this like green girl who has wings that come out of her hips, her back.
The one with the unicorn horn?
Yes, that was my main character when I first started playing. She's like a healer character, and so
so they're literally just taking like existing characters and adding them to Sailor Moon squads.
Because how League of Legends works is skins, but they're like in this universe, this character is this, in this universe, so it's like different universes. Yeah, so
the more you know.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it was a character I already played, and then she came out with that skin. I threw money down real quick. I got that immediately. And what's also cool is actually I'm gonna show you a video of this during Wave 3's break. But
oh my god,
4.
Okay.
4.
All right.
But
I brought a snack.
There's a thing where you like teleport back to base, to get supplies and stuff like that. And they do their magical transformation when teleporting back to base, and it will play the music in the background.
Oh, like when you play.
When you play. I will teleport back every second I get.
I would do nothing but teleport.
Exactly. Because they're just like, and they're like glowing and everything. It's so good.
I love it. I could watch magical girl transformations every day.
I could too. I really could. And I think I have before.
You know what? Maybe we'll make one of ourselves one day.
That would be so good. But no, I've seen the ones where people do the people and they're just like rotating. It gives really, do you remember Shathid? I'm Shathid and I walk like this. I'm Shathid. I make it sound like this. No. Okay. Well, that's a whole different thing. It gives that energy. Right. But now we're going into Wave 3. And this is where it starts to get good because now they are building on Wave 2's story and they're bringing it from there. And now we're getting to learn about the dark side.
Ooh.
So now we're jumping to Wave 3.
Okay. Mad that they blue balled us on the ending of that one. Like, give me a full trailer.
Ari showing up and then it just stopping is exactly.
Like, but what?
But also, I love that they expanded on the story. It's probably my least favorite of all of them.
Yeah.
But I love that Ari showed up. I love the story continuation. And when I watched it, I mean, I probably spoiled it for you by saying it, but when I watched it the first time and then saw the 3 pieces and then her look at the 3 of them and like the constellation thing, I was like, oh, they're the 3. They're not dead. I was like shook.
And she made a whole new team. Damn. She was ready for them to be dead. She said, on to the next.
She needed to protect the world from evil.
There's already a whole other team doing that. And she was mad at them for being too optimistic.
Well, they need a lot of teams. There's a lot of evil.
Vulpix girls seem a little... But you know what? She's been through some things. That happens.
Yeah, she's been hurt by life. And she found her people,
You know what? She found them. And I was ready to see them be rescued, and then it just stopped. But you know what? Honestly,
but there was no transformation in this video.
Kind of hated their colors, though. Like, I would have left them behind, too, simply because of their color contrast.
Well, okay, they were evil corrupted. That's not their original colors.
Yeah, but even, like, the little fox girl running on all fours, you know?
She was a chameleon.
Yeah, I don't like... Her colors are ugly. I didn't love it. Even, like, I don't know. I'll have to see the light version of the 2 lover people, but, like, you know what? I think...
Their light versions are so good. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay. Okay, you know what? A little bit, but there's one more, so like show me it at this point.
Let's get to the last part.
All right, we're back.
Okay, so that was series 4 part and all of that.
Cute. I feel like it just started to be too much. There's too many storylines.
There are so many characters now. I think I would have loved them just going back and forth with 1 and 2, like continue story, because they dropped 1 so quick, and they're like, we don't need to know anything else about 1.
Yeah, I could do like a whole little like thing about them fighting or them getting against monsters. I have no idea how any of that works, like League of Legends. But it was just too much. Like, girl, it's too many people, too many storylines. I do love that there was like all these different like teams of Star Guardians and all of that. Like, that was cute. She was cute.
Yes. I really like. I think for me though, the League of Legends Star Guardians, I think they captured the magical girl most, because I have right here the things I love about them. 1, the transformations. They play. Like, they do so good. The over-the-top hair and outfits and the colors. Yeah. So good. Like, they did all of that correct. And their colors, like with Sailor Moon, it's very, like, primary colory. Here we have pastels. We have electric, like, and neon colors. And you know what?
They could have left some of them at home. They could have left some of them in the closet. They didn't have to
maybe, but, like, there's more slays than, like, passes.
Yeah. No, I did like them. I did like all the different colors. There's, like, a mint green one that I saw. The orange was, of course, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then cute. The music is catchy as hell. The like, oh, like, oh my god, I was so for it. Whoa. Exactly. It's so pretty. Yeah. I literally have that on a playlist that I listen to sometimes. Great. It's so good.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the last part, part 4, it was a full theme song, like the whole like anime theme thing. I have that song saved too, but it's honestly just a good song.
You know what? You did said you were obsessed. That was the premise for this.
And second, you didn't see it too much in the videos. You see it more in the gameplay, but they all have these cute as hell pets. They're all like little fuzzy creatures with wings, and they're so adorable. And the characters, I don't know, it's just like the characters are so serious and there's like this darkness to it, but then the cute like little pets, I love it. But my favorite thing, you only saw one of them, there's like 2 or 3 I believe, that is that they include males.
Oh yeah,
and I really like
Let's
that.
Go boys.
Like including the magical boys, and like they did it in like I don't know, in such a good way that it's not like they didn't throw bows all over them. You know what I mean? They made them like really cool and clean, and I don't know. I like it.
I guess mask for mask, whatever.
No, not even mask for mask. But what I'm saying is like, it wasn't like we're just gonna copy and then paste it onto a boy. We're gonna reimagine a boy in this theme. You know what I mean?
No, I did like that. I don't know. I think I'd enjoy being on like that art team, just like getting to make random stuff. But I can't say there was one guy's outfit. I forget what he was, but he was like the black guy character that they showed.
Echo.
Yeah, his outfit was cute, but like the girl that lost her team and then found her new team or whatever,
Zaya,
could care less. You know,
really, I like her. She's one of my favorites.
No, not the girl, the boy that was on her team.
Oh, Rakan. Yeah, the boy lover.
Ricola. No, the second team she had when she remade them. One of them was blonde. It was a boy, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Masculine. You're thinking of his name's Ezra, I think.
Okay, yeah. Well, he looked boring as hated him.
Yeah, it was kind of like a tux. But they have Echo, who's a guy later that looked really good, who you talked about. But yeah, honestly, some of my favorites, and I can say all these because they were all pretty prevalent, is I love Ari, of course, the Fox girl. She looked nice.
Yeah, I did like her. She was cute.
Jaina, who was the purple girl in the first one with like the like whimsy
I
like.
love her. Just give me flowing hair and I'm in there.
And then Seraphine, who was the orange girl at the end who like hugged the crying one.
Oh my gosh, the orange one. I love her.
Yeah, right. Literally, when that part came on, Kendall was like, "Okay, who is she?"
Like literally, the people want to know, and the people
Yeah.
found out. We love you, Seraphine.
Yeah, Seraphine. And then the last one is I really like Zaya and Rakan, the lovebirds. Like I just love. They have so much built into them.
I want to care, but I don't.
I like their light versions a lot, but I like the both of them. But like, I think my top two would be Ari and Seraphine would be my top two. But I just think League of Legends perfectly like encapsulated all the elements and did it so well, and they don't even have a lot of media to show for it, but it's so well represented that it impresses me. And when I tell you, if I had the power, they'd be like, Greg, we'll make any show. I'd be like, take that part 4 one, like the fourth part where it showed the 2 different storylines, make that into a fucking show, like the 2 best friends turning on each other in a Star Guardian team.
Sorry you guys, had my prep alarm come through. But you know what? For all my people on prep, this is your reminder. Take your pill today, girl.
But I think League of Legends just did such a good job, like representing the entire genre, the art, the characters, and then, like I was saying before we were interrupted by the prep alarm, if I could make any show happen, it would be like that storyline with the best friends, or like Ari's original storyline. I would love to see that so much. And the music and the visuals, it just does it really well. But again, that's my favorite magical girl genre. But in general, I'm a huge fan of magical girl stuff. Like, it's just it's like so sweet and cute and fun, but also like they're fighting with all these magical powers and the transformations.
I think I'd like kind of heard of like a magical girl, but I didn't realize like there was a formula, there was a theme. She had a code. It was
it's its own genre.
Okay, all right, little magical. I think I could have fun. I would love to help design outfits for it, and choose the colors, just so we could avoid the tragic mistakes that I did see on those trailers. But yeah, I don't know what the storyline would be.
I mean, you just have. That's the
I
thing.
think the best friend storyline is interesting.
It's kind of the storyline is. It's almost like a formula you have to follow. You have a main character who's like this optimism. Again, it's a little different with League of Legends with their wave 2 with Ari, which is kind of why I liked it so much. But it's like you have this optimistic character, then they have to go and recruit the rest of the team, and then they fight evil, and they have like there's some type of cute mascot or pet. They each have one, or there's one for the whole team, and they just fight evil together, you know. So and then they also live their regular life of high school, like taking classes and stuff like that.
Oh, cute. So you said it started in the 60s?
Yeah, it first was introduced in 1962.
See, that's interesting because like voguing started in like the 50s and 60s, and I feel like there's so many like pose elements in that also is in voguing. Interesting.
Yeah, I honestly never connected too. But I was just shocked that it went on that long, because I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's because I'm American, and like I think what we see is basic. I am so ignorant to Eastern culture a lot of times. So I really thought Sailor Moon started the whole thing. I was gonna give the girl all the.
It's the only one I knew.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of them now, but I don't know many that predate Sailor Moon. But she was not the first. She's just like a big wild hit.
Well, go her. I still love Sailor Venus. I'll still say that's my favorite little magical girl. But interesting.
Yeah, so I guess that's my quick little deep dive. Mine was shorter, but like also again, Country Bears was so long. It's a good thing.
Bear Hall. I mean, she deserved her space.
Exactly. So it ended up matching up well still.
And you know what? This recording is taking so long because of when I
because you forgot the recording. Yeah.
I was recording the parts we didn't want.
We're learning.
But you know what? I think that happens on like every podcast where there's like people that like like they don't record for like an hour. So we're just getting it out the way early.
Yeah.
We're getting her done now, and then we'll worry about it later.
Exactly. Yeah. And now our entire Sunday's gone, and we're going to rush to finish the rest of our day.
Yeah.
Love that. But yeah, I guess that's about it for episode number 3. That's great. Yeah. I'm excited.
Okay.
In the description, we'll have down like a link to Spotify. If you're on Spotify, great, you're already there. You know, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff will be like linked somewhere wherever you're listening. We really appreciate any type of like subscription on YouTube or likes or reviews. it really does help. So if you guys could do that, we definitely appreciate it because we're putting a lot of hard work here. And so if you enjoyed it, definitely please like help get us out there.
Any like help, any comments, any interaction, all that stuff, I'd love it. This is my first official launch of any sort of like a social media attempt at anything, so I'm brand new to it, so I'm excited for it. It's fun. Definitely let us know what you think. If we need to start a big Al fan club, let me know. I will be your ringleader. It might be a little behind, but I will be there. And yeah, I don't know, I'm having fun. I really appreciate this, and I really feel like we're getting to still keep to the heart of what we want. Of course, we're only 3
exactly yeah, but also like, we appreciate anyone who's like listening along this journey, because obviously in the early days of any podcast you're figuring out what it is, how you work and stuff like that, so we're still figuring things out. Kendall's learning how to hit record at the right time and not so we're like learning.
You're here from the beginning, girl.
Exactly. So we appreciate you guys. You're like, one of us. If you listen through this whole thing, if you listen through this whole thing, we really appreciate it.
Our elite supporters. If we ever launch a Patreon, we're sending you all the link.
Exactly.
You get 1 month free, and then it's $50 after that. We got bills to pay.
Whoa.
Daddy's got close to afford.
All right, but I guess that's it.
All right.
Talk to you later. Bye.